Hey, collective. Hey. So, I know a lot of times you guys hear me say collective. Or if I'm speaking to a specific zodiac sign, then I'll say that. Zodiac sign. We're going to be doing something a little bit um, different this morning. I just had the weirdest channel download as I was sleeping. It was so heartbreaking. And we're going to get into talking about that. So we're just going to call this coffee, in a conversation. Because it's 5:58 a.m. where I'm at right now. As you guys can see. Okay. I got my tissue. Because the trying to download that I just got in my dream broke my heart so bad. Collective. And I know the message needs to be out there. I don't want to deliver the message. It's somebody's story though. Because everything was so vivid. Probably visions out. I'll never be able to get out of my mind. I instantly woke up and I went into prayer, praying for the broken soul that I seen in my dream. It's literally gonna be like coffee and conversation, you guys. I might not even pull cards on this. Probably not. When we think of a mother, we usually think of someone that's nurturing, someone that's protective of us. Sometimes some may say too, overprotective of us. Someone that makes sure that we're fed, we're clothed, we're taken care of, someone to make sure that harm doesn't come your way. I fully understand the term. Just because you birth a child doesn't make you a mother. Because the dream I just had was so horrible. And we'll get into it. Growing up, I always thought that, my mom, she didn't want me to have any fun, or, we wasn't allowed to go anywhere. We couldn't go outside. We couldn't spend the night at everybody's house. We couldn't even much go to certain activities at school. If my mama had it her way, and God rest her soul, me and my sisters would be kept in the house, playing a video game with her or watching movies all day with her. My mom was so kind and so nurturing to everybody. Even to the kids around the neighborhood, who had it hard. I've had friends, and had to come stay with us because they were going through a hard time in their households. And my mom, she always opened her doors. She didn't complain about feeding anybody, you know. She didn't care about any of those things, you know. She's had a big heart, you know, similar to the way I do, you know. And sometimes that could be a blessing, you know, or that could be a curse. But one thing you could rest assured and count on is that when you leave this world, for having such a good heart, that you get to spend all of your days in a better, calm, serene place. You know, you get to be at peace. The dream I had this morning broke me. Broke me. I don't know who my mom I'm talking to. I don't know who mom I'm talking to. But lady, you gonna ride in hell. You gonna ride in hell. You gonna ride in hell. And if anything, the things I dreamed this morning, it has taught me to appreciate the mother that I had, because Frances Renee King would never. She would kill you herself. She would unalive you herself. The dream starts off, you know, normal. Boy meets girl. Right? That's normal. Boy wants to date girl. Boy then wants to marry girl. Okay. The wife was something similar to what I am. She was a psychic medium. She didn't use tools to heighten her abilities or whatever. But this was the reason the mom and the older sister used to get rid of the wife and the child. Somebody ran off someone's wife and their child when the husband fell ill. When the husband fell ill, they made the wife sign divorce papers, and they like cursed at the child. I always think that like when people, mothers in particular, you know, are too overbearing of their son, or think that nobody is good enough for their son, or always try to run people away, especially people that can see. And when I mean see, I mean see beyond what's being presented to them, or seeing beneath the veil. I always think it's like a cover up, because how are you, a grown ass woman with kids of your own, so invested into your son's life to where you try to run everyone away that tries to show love, get close, or grow intimate with your son? It's weird, right? I now know. In this dream, this particular woman, I don't know who she is. She looked Indian, mixed, could be black and Indian. Um, Indian as in like um, Arabian or Palestinian or, that kind of mix of Indian with black. Um, she wasn't very tall, but she had a very witchy, evil ass face. Heavy, heavy, heavy religious Bible thumper. This is what makes this even so twisted to me. Because you could just see her just like spewing hatred at the wife and her own grandchild. Oh, go away. The sister was like, you the reason he in the hospital because you a witch, bitch. They was just like so evil to the wife and the child, and they sent them away. The son, he was healing, he healed. He got better. This person, they seemed to go through life. This is the man. He seemed to go through life like everything was okay. He was joyful. He was an upbeat person, but the wife knew deep down inside, underneath all of that joy, she could see his pain. She could see it like it was traumatized out. I don't think the wife knew how deep the trauma went. Okay? The man, he liked to ride bicycles. Oh, he was riding his bike around the community, speaking to everybody in the community, saying hey. And then he rode up the hill because that's where his mom and sister live. He rode up the hill and, went to go talk with his mom, But when he got up the hill, his mom was acting like very weird with him. And as he's talking to his mom, she started like reaching for her son in inappropriate places. And in a perverse manner. It was a van, a pickup van. Right there, the man fell into the pickup van, like on his back. And his mom was just reaching at him, and then his sister was reaching at him. And then before you know it, the whole community of people was just reaching at him. This triggered something within him. It took him back to a time when he was a kid. And his mom used to do perverse things to him. He hadn't experienced this in a long time. And like, I get it, he had just came out of the hospital, so he was sort of kind of helpless. It's kind of like being a kid. Like, when you think about it, it's kind of like being a kid. Because as a kid, you feel like these are the circumstances that you are dealt. There's nothing you can do about it. So you just kind of deal with it. That man, that baby, that boy, because I'm flashing, in between memories, as he's been pulled at in the back of that van. The mom had been grooming him since he was a little boy. and she groomed all her children. She would make the sister and the brother do things, unspeakable things with each other. This is where my psychology major kicks in at. Being molested at a young age is gonna do one or two things for you. Both things is gonna be trauma, regardless. It's gonna either make you hypersexual, and it's gonna like heighten your urge for sexual activities at an early age. That could lead to you being sexually abusive to other people because this is what you were showed and this is what you know. It can lead to you being what's that when you don't have empathy or compassion for human beings. The typical thing that we would find is like a human being like being fucked up. A person that has experienced that, and they chose like the hypersexual, route. They wouldn't care. Like it don't seem as bad to them. And the reason why it's still trauma and it don't seem as bad to them is because look what the fuck they had to look what they had to go through. The other thing, the second thing that it'll do, to you, being molested, it's gonna make you closed off. You probably won't be attracted to the same sex. And if you do, it'll probably be a long time before you're interested in even being intimate with the same sex. You're gonna be sheltered, paranoid, probably have a form of anxiety and depression. But you won't push those issues on the next person because you still, have compassion, and empathy for a human being. Typically, those people that go their right route, they know wrong from right. They have a sense of wrong from right. Like they have a sense of what's wrong and what's the right thing to do. They still have their moral compass in check. Oh man. So anyway, enough with the psychology talk. The lady had been grooming the kid since he was, a young boy, as well as the sister. The sister was just as worse as the mom, The husband tried to bury the trauma and move on with his life, as though if nothing had happened. And he tried to live a normal life, but his family wouldn't let him. So back to the van. These people are pulling and tugging and pulling and tugging at the man. And then he flashed back to a memory to when he was a teenager. And it was like this ran down whole little wild, like, roach motel. It wasn't even much a hotel. It was a roach motel. Now, the family was staying in a different place at this time, and that community of people was horrible because the little boy, he was a very handsome boy. He grew up to be a very handsome man. A very handsome man. So his mom and the whole community of people that they used to stay in was inside of this ran down motel room. They had the boy, it's like a teenager, tied up to the bed. And the mom was accepting money from men and women to engage with sexual activities with her son against his will. Against his will. As I'm looking in the vision, it was already two men laid out on the bed because they had already took their turn. And then I look over and I see the boy tied up, and it's another man straddling the boy and the kid, the teenager, from behind, just taking his innocence. The kid is screaming for help, and nobody came to help him. Nobody came to help him. It was like 6 more people lined up and waited and waited. Y'all, I couldn't take no more. I popped up. And I looked around. And I just broke out into tears. I broke out into tears. Maybe I should have saw the dream through, but my stomach, like, I can feel myself like gagging in my sleep. I can feel myself gagging in my sleep. And I don't know whose story this is, but my heart is with you. I pray for you. And I pray for God to have mercy on your soul. Because however you grew up, however you chose to grow up, I understand. I understand. A dream made me a hell of a lot more grateful for my mom being the way that she was. Because obviously, some people don't have a moral compass to where they can comprehend understand that you're not supposed to have incest, especially with someone that you birth out your vagina. This video will be an OD to my mom. She's no longer here. She passed away January 22nd, 2012. When my oldest boy was just 5 months old. She at least got to see her first grandson before she passed away. And now my kid is about to be 13. He'll be 13 this year. And the more and more I watch him grow up, the more and more he reminds me of my mom. He has so much of her mannerism. And, I just, found myself asking God, like, could he really be her reincarnated? Because he acts a lot like my mom. And he was just only 5 months when she passed away. So he didn't even get to break in life with her, but he sure does a lot to remind me of her. Alright, collective. Y'all pull cards. I kind of want to see what's going to come to that community of people who mistreated their man. And a big thank you to all the moms out there who's overprotective of their babies. Don't let their kids go any and everywhere. Can't spend the night at all family members' house. Because this is how things happen, But hell, what the hell do you do when the monster stay in the house with you, when the monster raising you, The lady looked similar to this. The one that was doing that to her son. This is the Queen of Swords, by the way, Libra. Never noticed on this card with the Ace of Wands, somebody has vitiligo on the skin, patches. And then this Queen of Wands looks like the sister. Aries. Shade of Daughter of Sticks. It's really the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is typically a man. Sagittarius. This could be the man. It's the Devil card. Mrs. Robinson. Funny thing is, one of my friends was in a dream. Her last name is Robinson. But when my friend was in his dream, this is a friend I had in high school. When she was in a dream, she was reading cards. She's an Aquarius. But the Devil card is Capricorn energy. But my friend is an Aquarius. And it's like my friend was, you know, giving warnings through tarot cards. To like, hey, stay away from this family. Yeah, 7 of Wands. And my friend don't read cards. This is definitely like, with the Devil and the Knight of Wands, this is sex. Magic, sex rituals. Sex addictions. But specifically in this deck, it's talking about spell work with the Devil card. But through sex. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Capricorn energy. She has a red dot above her bed, so that's spiritual protection. Something about the wife. In the dream, it was like the mom and the sister was trying to get rid of the wife, as if like she was a bug or a nuisance. Like they was trying to like get rid of her like she was a fucking gnat. They're like, yeah. They just wanted to find a reason to get rid of her. Because they knew if the wife, they out, yeah, that's judgment. They knew if the wife would have stayed around the husband, she would have eventually exposed the truth about the family. This is definitely spell work. For money. For financial gain. So bitch like what? Bitch, you pimp out your children? So this is a small earth sign child, boy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is a small air sign, boy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And these will be the grandchildren. indeed in a dream was competing with the wife. Y'all heard me tell y'all that. She wanted to run the wife off so she can do what she do with her son. She knew if the son would have stayed with the wife, the way she was used to keeping him like mentally trapped, manipulating him mentally into thinking that what he was doing was okay, that would come to an end. What's these people karma? What are these people karma? Spirit? This community of people. So today gonna be a little different, you guys. This is full exposure. This is total exposure. 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups. 9 of Cups, Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups. That's the community of people being fully exposed all across the world over the internet. This is going to be proof out here. And then what, Spirit? I told you the Sun card is being exposed. Justice. Karmic justice. You know, I'm going to stop it right there because God is not saying, like, it's so fucked up that the justice that they are about to get is going to be inhumane. Because what these people did, this community of people did, we had the sun, the moon, and the stars. These are my big three. Anyway, what these people did was inhumane. So God is not even much telling like what's going to happen to them people. All I know is that it's going to be full exposure over the internet. It's going to be information in the public eye with the world card that's over the internet, the World Wide Web, the Star card, public platform, the Sun card, exposure. Whatever was hidden in the dark is coming to the light about what this community of people did to make money when children were adolescents, like when they were teenagers. The sister may be a water sign, Pisces. That's neither here nor there. None of the signs matter. I just know that it's being exposed. And then you would think that somebody is normal, like they go to church. Because the lady was religious. Because it was like she was like cursing the wife with like Bible scriptures. But this is a very materialistic, Nine of Pentacles in reverse, money-driven person. The mom is very manipulative, very controlling, wanted to control somebody's movements, wanted to control the type of relationships somebody indulged in. Because see, if somebody was to get into a relationship with this masculine, the mom will have to approve. And in order for the mom to approve, the wife will have to be okay with this shit. You know? Ten of Swords. The wife was not okay with this, and shit. Neither was the son. Temperance angel, disharmony, upheaval. Tower, sabotage. Queen of Cups, King of Cups. These two people were made for each other. The wife and the husband, that is. That wife meant that husband no harm. That wife was that husband protection. Alright, collective, this is where we're going to leave this off at. I truly hope that you all take something from this video today. I don't know how many of you guys are going to watch, because it is quite a long video. I know y'all like the shorts, but no excuses. I might break off and do the shorts a little later, because when I get off camera I want to cry a little bit more, because I'm a punk ass bitch. So y'all gonna have to let me have my little crying session, and then I'll be back to do the shorts. But I really do hope that you guys take something from this message. All right, until next time.